What's up, y'all? It's Carlen A.k.a P.U.S.H, member of the Spirit-Filled team. As y'all should already know, but it's time. Every member of the Spirit-Filled team do a little short sermon every Monday for y'all to look at. And this week, I'm going to be talking about witnessing to others. I'm going to be reading out of Matthew 25, verses like 17 to 28, or to 30. What it's basically saying is, the master leaves each of his servants with a talent or two, and at the end, when the master returns to them, they're supposed to have either invested a talent or have more than what they started with. I mean, this is basically our command to go out in the world and mission and to witness to other people, because a lot of times we just want to sit back and let things pass us by. I mean, we know what the right things are, and we know what the wrong things are. We just let the wrong things kind of happen. We get so drowned out by society and the things they show us on TV that we start to get desensitized to it, in a sense like, oh, it's not that bad. We don't want to push that all the way out. I mean, it's just having a little fun. I mean, when the reality of it is, we should be out stopping these things. I mean, God called us in Mark 16 and 15 to go out into all the world and to mission out to other people, other nations. I mean, so why don't we do it all the time as Christians? I mean, we get so spiritually fat sometimes by just sitting around and just want to discuss Christian stuff with other Christians, in a sense. We don't want to go to the other people that be out in the parties and the clubs and the people that be out in the world. We want to be so separate sometimes that we forget that we're called to other people. I understand sometimes it's okay to like stay away from some of that stuff. You don't want to get involved in it. But I mean, the people that are involved in it have to be reached somehow. So sometimes you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone, step outside what you are comfortable with, step outside of the church walls, go out into the streets and mission. Because, I mean, if we don't do it, nobody will. We kind of like pass the buck. We kind of like just pass stuff along. Like, we don't want to do the ministry ourselves. We say, oh, somebody else is going to reach those people. Somebody else that can relate to them more is going to reach them. I mean, those people, where are those people at? Sometimes you got to step in situations, and you got to do things yourself. You got to minister to people yourself. I mean, that's your whole mission. I mean, in the story it talks about how the servants that brought more back to the master, he was very pleased with them. He said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. Come and enter in, have all the good things that I have." I mean, and the servant that didn't bring back more, just brought back what he had in the first place, he got cast out into the place of weeping and gnashing of teeth. I mean, obviously this story is talking about heaven and hell and what we're supposed to do. What we're supposed to do is reach other people. Because what good is it for us to come down here, live our lives, and go to heaven, not having not reach somebody else? That's a wasted life. I mean, come on, people. We're here to spread the love of Christ. If Christ loved us and died for us, and some people don't know it, I think they have the right to know at least. I mean, we just have to just try to reach people. Because so many times we just like, we don't care. Let them be that. It's funny the way they cuss. They do this and it's funny, but we're not going to tell them to stop or anything because we just think they're funny. We're going to entertain ourselves from their sin. Since when has that become right? I mean, that's something that has to change, honestly. Like, we have to be able to willing to put our pride aside and step out of the box, step out of the zone, step out of the church sometimes. Going to the places where nobody wants to go.
No boundaries.
No boundaries, seriously. Like, I mean, when you take that extra step just to reach somebody, they're going to be really impacted by that. Because not a lot of people go outside the church and say, oh, come to our church, come and do this. You don't have to just be a regular Christian. There's other things that Christians do, you know, invite them to like a church concert or something, like a spirit-filled concert or something like that. I mean, people can be touched by that stuff like all the time. So many times people are touched by that stuff and they don't even notice it. Like me, I was touched by some music I heard that was Christian, and I wasn't really thinking about it, but that changed my whole perspective on life. From that one moment, I was like, oh, there's Christian music that I can listen to, and that's not the only thing. Music isn't the only thing that can happen. Like, there's like different arts and different styles of like arts and regular vocations in our everyday life, like working hard at something. I mean, if you see somebody that's working hard, you're like, wow, what do they have? I mean, that's the Spirit of God, and I mean, people have to know that. They can't just say, oh, maybe he's just a good person because that's just how he is. They have to know about God, about Jesus, about what he did for their lives. I mean, that's pretty much all I got for this week, man. I'll catch y'all next time. All my family, friends at home. I'm going to be there tomorrow sometime. But I love y'all. God bless. I'm out.